Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. 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 Okay, I think it's working now. It's just really laggy. Can you hear me now? Really laggy. Me now? Brilliant. Okay. So I'm just going to send out a message telling everyone that I'm going live now, then we're going to get started. Okay. Okay, I think it's working now. It's just really laggy. Can you hear me now? Really laggy. Me now? Brilliant. Okay. So I'm just going to send out a message telling everyone that I'm going live now, then we're going to get started. Okay. Okay, I think it's working now. It's just really laggy. Can you hear me now? Really laggy. Me now? Brilliant. Okay. I'm just going to send out a message telling everyone that I'm going live now, then we're going to get started. Okay, I think it's working now. It's just really laggy. Really laggy. Now. Brilliant. This is my first ever live stream, so it could be failing. Are you hearing an echo? Or is that just me? Okay. I'm not sure if it's just me that's hearing this echo, or if it's everywhere. So let me just send this email. Okay, hang on. Please introduce yourself. Leave me a comment where you're from. Amazing. Now it's better. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. So let me know where you're from in the world, and then we'll get straight into it. Amazon FBA. Okay, just sending this email. Okay, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start by saying this is my first live stream. So apologies if it's crap. Oh, awesome! Thanks for buying the course. That's really cool. Yeah, maybe do you meet him in the meetup class? That's very cool. So yeah, so as I said, this is my first live stream, so it has taken me 4.5 minutes to sort it out. Literally, the audio's been going crazy, the video has been going crazy, everything's just been going flipping crazy. But all's good now. All's good, and we're going to get right into it. So today we're going to discuss. Well, first I wanna answer anyone's questions if they have, and as well as that, I would like to do. Discuss our Amazon process, what we go through to find a product and order a product, and when we know if we're ready or not, and as well as that, what we're planning on doing in 2018 in terms of Amazon and our products and that sort of stuff. And then I want to tell you about a mistake we made that we don't want you to obviously make as well. So I've got to get used to being live on camera. It's a very strange thing, and okay, yeah, it's a very strange feeling. I don't even know where the thing has gone. Okay, here it is. There it is. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today is I've got to stop looking at our Amazon process, and what do I mean by that? So I mean our process of doing product research, our process of actually finding that product on Amazon, on Alibaba, and then the idea of talking to suppliers, getting a lower price, using what we call the profit margin spreadsheet, which we offer in our course, and then actually getting sales. As well as all of this, I want to discuss what we're doing next year, in 2018, how we're going to grow this business by a lot after Christmas, and I want to tell you about one of the products that we did, which we deviated from this plan that we have here, and it failed. Hi Patrick, nice to see that you're here. Okay, so remember, if you have any questions, because obviously the whole point of this live video is that I can answer any one of your questions, because that is the aim here. So if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section thingy, and I will reply. I will answer them, or I will try to answer them anyway as best as I can. Who knows? So, hi McDonald Opera. Hopefully I got that right. I suck at names. So we're gonna start with Amazon process. So let's get straight into it. So we do it in steps, and what I mean by that, so we have a step-by-step process of things we like to follow, and boxes we like to tick before we go off and actually start finding the product on Alibaba. And what are those boxes? So we typically will do product research on Amazon, on eBay, on Alibaba, and on AliExpress. And a lot of the time, the products that we find are just things that we personally needed, just in our day-to-day, just searching on Amazon because we wanted to buy something. For example, let's say you wanted to get your father a wallet for his present, and you find there's not very many good ones. So that's happened to us a few times. Not with wallet, but it's happened to us a few times. And we've actually gone in and done research on that product further and thought, wow, this is a really good product. So that's been really good. Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can't hear me, or if the video is lagging, or if it's not right. Because from my end, I can't notice anything. I'm not really sure. As I said, this is my first live stream. Okay, so I say so a lot. So product research. So we're in product research now. So what does that mean? What does that entail? So we'll start with doing basic keyword research on Amazon. And what does that mean? So basic keyword research on Amazon is we would go to the bestsellers of all the... Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's cool. So we'd go to the bestsellers on Amazon, and we'd find a lot of the bestsellers and write down a list of products. And whilst doing this, we have a few product categories, a few product... what's the word? We have a few things that the product needs to adhere to. So, for example, any product that is massive, like too big, like this bike that you can't see in the video, any product that is too big will immediately get ignored. And first question. Yes, I like questions. Hi, James. What programs? Sorry, that I'm just going to finish this point, and then I will answer a question. I was just saying about the things that a product has to have before we even look further. Then I'll answer a question. So if a product is too big, like this bike in the background, or like a workout bench or a suitcase, we immediately ignore it, just because the shipping costs are going to be far too expensive, and the fulfillment costs on Amazon are going to be far too expensive. We'll also completely skip out a product that doesn't come close to our how much we want to sell it for. So we don't want to sell anything for under £10, just because we want to actually make some money doing this. So whilst doing all our product research, anything that we find, I like getting questions, it makes me happy. Anything that we find that the price is too low or the product is too big and heavy, we'll just completely ignore. So I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to answer these two questions because I like questions. So I'll start with James. So James, what programs are used for keyword research? So keyword research, we use Google Keyword Tool. That is probably the most accurate and the best, just because Google control everything. And we also use something called Merchant Words, which it does cost, but you can sign up for free. That's not as accurate. It's more an estimate of what. It's more an estimate of what. I've got another question, so I'm smiling again. Can't look at the questions. It's more of an estimate of what they think Amazon, how much they think something is being searched for on Amazon. But the best one is Google Keyword Tool. I have 3 separate products for sale on Amazon. I have followed your advice. Oh, hang on, I can't see that entire question. Let me just bring this out. Okay, here we go. Okay, so firstly, James asked what programs I use for keyword research. So Google Keyword Tool is probably the best one. Patrick Peters, hi. I have 3 separate products for sale on Amazon. I have followed your advice but have no sales yet. 2 of them have been on sale just a few weeks, but 1 has been on sale for 3 months. Okay, so Patrick, your product's been on sale for... We're just going to focus on the one that's been on sale for 3 months because that's obviously there's something wrong that's happening there. So firstly, I mean, don't say what the product is on here just because, like, you might not want to. If you want, you can send me a message and I can see what's going on. In terms of answering that question, it's a very broad question. I mean, I don't know anything else about what you've done, how you're selling it, getting reviews, Amazon advertising, the giveaway strategy. I'm not sure what you've done, so I would say please message me. You can private message me. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave a link below, the top link of the description. This can be, in case you need to private message me, I'll put a link in here so that you can actually message me for my Facebook profile. So you can send me, if I can't answer your question on here just because it's more of a private question, you probably don't want everyone knowing your product, that's understandable. I'll happily speak to you. But so I'm just getting the link up here so that you can go to it. Okay, so top link in the description is going to be, if I can't answer your question, then I'll tell you and you can just private message me. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Sorry, Patrick, but again, come to me on Facebook and I'll message and I'll speak to you about your specific situation. So will Amazon FBA work for me? I live in Nigeria. I don't see why it wouldn't. We started selling in the US and we lived in the UK and it didn't stop us. As long as you have a bank account and you can always just sell in the UK or the US. And if it's not working, you can always use some sort of VPN to make it look like your laptop is in that country, i.e. is in America or is in the UK. I don't see why it shouldn't work. I've had students from all over the world take the course and have told me that it's working for them. So, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work in Nigeria. James Carden, how do you correlate the info from Google Keyword? What's WP to Amazon searches? I know what Google, I'm assuming that means Google Keyword, but what's WP? Let me know and I'll try and answer that question. I got 1 product on Amazon, no sales yet. Again, Dilshan, message me on Facebook because there's a lot more to it that I'll need to find out. So I can't really give advice because I don't know the product. I don't know what your marketing strategy has been up until now. So message me on Facebook and I'll answer you. I'll help you out with that for sure. So James, just again, what did you mean by GKWP? What did that stand for? If it stands for how did you correlate the information we're getting from Google Keyword to Amazon searches, well, if you search for a product on Google, let's say you want to buy, I'm going to just stick to wallet because I've been using that example. If you want to buy a wallet on Google, if you want to buy a wallet and you search Google, I don't know, men's leather wallet, the chances are the top listings will all be Amazon listings. So, and the benefit of using Google is that you'll be able to see how many searches something gets a month. So if you can see, let's say hypothetically, the product that you found that you might want to do gets 5,000 searches a month, that's not very many searches, and we would say no, that's not good enough. You need to have a product that has a lot of searches. For example, our first product got 40,000 searches a month, which is huge. That's tons and tons of traffic. And again, it's not exactly accurate with Amazon. The Google searches is not exactly accurate with Amazon, but it's very close. If it's getting 40,000 searches on Google for a product, majority of people go to shop on Amazon. So you could say Amazon's getting slightly less, but it's still getting a very, very high amount of searches. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. I'm going to get back into the video until I get some more questions going on here. I was up to, if I remember correctly, I was up to the requirements that your product has to have for it to even be considered worth it. So we said that the item can't be too big. We said the item has to be over at least £10, or if you're in America, maybe $15. And those are the requirements. If it passes that, we'll then start looking into things a bit deeper. So we'll use Amazon first. We'll do product research on Amazon, and we will. So what we'll do is we'll go to the top categories. We'll go to the top 100 categories of a bunch of different things. Now there are programs like Jungle Scout which you can use. We do make a video on Jungle Scout, but the reason I teach it this way is so that you actually know how to do it and you're not relying on a program. So you can still use the program, but this way you know what you're doing as well as using the program. So we'll go to the best. We'll go to the top 100s of a bunch of different categories. Let's say, for example, we'll go to home and garden, and I think I can actually share my screen with you and actually show you show live it happening. I'm just not sure how to do that. Let's have a look. Okay, let me just sort that out. There we go. Did this work? Let's have a look at why it's being stupid. Okay, it should be working now. Like, if it's still not working, then I'm going to shoot myself. Do we know if it's working yet? Is it working yet? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to have to go back. Okay, it works now. So I've just switched it back to. I've just switched it back to my face. Yeah, I've just switched it back to my face because I don't think the audio was working with the screen flow, which is really annoying because I had it prepared to set up and show you. So I'm gonna just try one more time, and if this works, then that's killer. If this doesn't work, then we'll just have to stick to video, face video. My apologies. Okay, it's now screen recording. If it's not working, do let me know. We're gonna get into it. So I searched Google, in case you didn't see, I searched Google top 100 Amazon UK. Now you can search top 100 Amazon US as well, and that is fine. And then I just clicked the top link, which was Amazon.co.uk bestsellers, right? And then this, I'm assuming it's still working, seeing as no one has said anything, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's just check everything is still going okay. Is everything still going? Yeah, everything's still going. Okay, brilliant. Hopefully my next live won't be as terrible as this one. Okay, so you can see you've got the bestsellers in all these different categories. So we're going to go to a random one. We're going to go to garden and outdoors, and then you can see the #1 bestsellers. Okay, and now some of these things immediately you can't sell because, as we've spoken about, it's either too cheap, so £4, or it's just huge. For example, this outdoor shed-looking thing. But there are some things which may stand out, which you could do. For example, this is a tarpaulin. I know it's £5.31, but I'm sure there'll be tarpaulins going for over £10. And we've got the top 100. So the aim of this, this looks cool, a spider catcher. Okay, so that's £9. So we could probably sell something like that for £12. So what you'll do is, once you make a list of products, let me just check if I've got any messages. Ah, brilliant. So great, it's working. Thank you for letting me know. Once you do this and you get a whole list of bestsellers, you'll then actually go to Amazon. So you want to make sure that so you can see I'm at garden and outdoors. So you want to make sure you're on all, and you'll search that product. So whatever that product may be. So you know what, we're going to use. I'm going to use a product that I've just known from research previously prior to this video. We're going to go with balaclava. Okay, we're going to go with balaclava. Now I know I haven't spoken about that in this video, but I just want to then explain to you the next process. Okay, so once we find the product on the bestseller list, we then want to decide whether or not this product is actually a good product. So we'll search balaclava and we'll go through. Okay, and now there are a few things we need to look out for. One is price. So you can see that this is rubbish. £2, 77p. £2. Amazon have changed their whole theme here. And then not only do we have really, really rubbish prices, let's have a look. You also want to look at the reviews. So we have 212 reviews, 106 reviews, 235 reviews. So what are you looking for? What's the aim here? So the aim here is you want to find, like I said, a product that's over £10, and you also want to make sure the product has a bunch of products on the first page. So let's say 10 products, the top 10 products on the first page. You want to make sure that their reviews aren't too much. So 106 reviews is fine. You don't want to compete with a product that has 10,000 reviews or something, because that's crazy. So what you want to do is, you don't want to mess with a product where there's a bunch of tons of reviews. So let's, for example, I'm going to search another one, and I'll show you what I mean. So spatula, you can see this one. So this is not so bad. I literally just searched this and stumbled across it. I honestly thought there'd be more reviews. So spatula, okay, very, very cheap. But first, let's just tick Prime, because we only care about Prime. We don't care about anything else. So £5.99, that's a bit too cheap. £4.29, a bit too cheap. £9.95, so that's a good price. That's a solid price, just around it. And you can see only 87 reviews. So he's doing really well. He's up there, doing really well. So I'm going to go back to Face Video. I hope the audio is still working. And so, just to explain that in a little detail, what I mean is, by all of that, is when you search your product on Amazon, after you've made your list and you search your product on Amazon, you want to make sure that there aren't too many reviews. So the reviews are between 0 and 150, maybe 0 and 250, nothing too crazy, because the more reviews, that shows much more competition. And it's very hot in here, my gosh. That shows more competition. And you don't want to go into a product with tons of competition. So if all the products have about 50 reviews or something, then it's something you can compete with. The next criteria that you want to be looking at is the bestseller rating, and I'm going to show you how you can find the bestseller rating and what a good bestseller rating is. So a good bestseller rating. So let's go back to the desktop thingy. Let's click on one of these products. So just clicking on this random product here. You can see the bestseller rating, so the BSR, if you scroll down and you go here. So you can see this BSR is 4,026 in home and kitchen. Okay, you can also see the top 100 by doing this. So this is 4,026. The bestseller rating shows demand. Okay, so if the top 10 products are, let's say you search the product on Amazon and you get the top 10 and all the reviews, they seem good. You seem, okay, there's not so much competition here. Well, if there's not a lot of competition, that can sometimes mean there's not a lot of demand. So the next thing you have to check is how much demand there is. So you'll do that by going and actually checking the BSR, and you want the BSR to be between anywhere of 1 because that's the best, and we usually say 1500, but that's quite big. So 1 and 500 is good. So if the top 10 products all show good reviews, a good number of reviews for competition, and the BSR is between 1 and 500, then that's a really, really good start. And what you could do is, if you want to take it a step further, is you could plug in that product to tools such as Jungle Scout and Azon Seller Tools. We use those two tools that give us tons and tons of information and in-depth information about it. Once you have all of that information, there are other things you can do. I'm not going to go into such detail here because, I mean, we do have this course, and some of you have already seen this course probably, but lost my train of thought there. What you could do is, now that you've done all of this research and it seems like a solid product, the next thing you want to do is actually go to Alibaba and start researching it and start figuring out your profit margins. And again, in our course we have profit margin calculators, and we go into this in more detail. So remember, at any point, guys, ask me any questions, any of your own personal questions, any questions about Amazon. It doesn't even have to be related to what I'm talking about here. I will stop what I'm saying to answer your question, because that's the #1 aim for this live broadcasting, is just to answer your questions, whatever they may be. Even if you want to know where I went to last week, I didn't go anywhere. But yeah, so any questions that you have, preferably related to Amazon. So I'm going to go back to the screen recording and actually go to Alibaba. Let's have a look here. So let's say our product is a set. Now, I mean, it's not going to be a spatula. That is, hypothetically, this is our product. We would want to go to Alibaba and search spatula. Now, there are a lot of other levels of research. Don't think that this is the only level of research, because remember, the research phase is so important, because you want to get a product that it will be good and will sell on Amazon. You don't want to end up with a product that isn't selling anything on Amazon. So the product research phase is so important, which is why we have such a huge in-depth section on our course covering product research. So doing product research on Amazon is just one phase. You've got product research on Alibaba, on eBay, on AliExpress, on Google Keywords. So much product research. And I know this video is a bit it's not so smooth, doesn't flow so well, but the videos that I've done that are more scripted and that are more like less live, because I'm not the best at live, they're much more to the point and you'll learn much quicker. But anyway, just to get back to it, so you can see we go to Alibaba and we would start doing some research on some spatulas. So this one is $1 to $1.5. That is one weird spatula. This is a nice one, 10 cents to $1. Now, one thing you have to bear in mind, here we go, this is, in fact, this exact product is on Amazon. So you know what, let's go back to, we'll use this product as a case study, because I've seen this before. It's caught my eye. We're going to use that as an exact case study, if I can find it. I might not be able to, oh wait, that's a similar one. This one here is similar. It's just, yeah, in fact, it's exact same. In fact, it's the same picture. He's just moved the big one and the big one on either end. This is the same product, okay? He's just chosen black instead of red. So he's selling it for £8.99, and it costs between 10 and 70 cents, right? So let's say he's got it for 30 cents, okay? So we don't need a calculator. He's got it for 30 cents, which is about, how much is that in pounds? It's a bit less, so maybe 25p, okay? And he's selling it for, where did that page go? He's selling it for £8.99. Okay, so he's going to have shipping costs, but bear in mind this is a very, very light product and it packs up very, very small. So his shipping costs are going to be incredibly small. He then has FBA costs, which again, this is tiny, so it won't cost very much. And he has the referral fee. He'll also have other costs such as tax and imports and that sort of stuff, but it's all very, very minimal. He's probably making about £4 to £5 from this product. And if he can sell 100 a day, because that's very, very possible, he's making £400 to £500 profit a day, which in a month is, excuse the terrible math, is £12,000 profit. I remember that's pounds. £12,000 is how much in dollars. Let's have a look. That's $15,000 profit. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fine. And in fact, this is a question that I actually wanted to ask all of you. Do you currently have a job, or is this Amazon thing your sole purpose? And if you do have a job, how much do you need to be making on Amazon to quit your job? Because whenever I have a coaching student, I always ask this question. I always ask this question. That I just feel it's the most important question, because there's a lot of people are very scared to take that leap. So if you do have a job, how much do you need to be making a month to actually quit that job and go full-time on Amazon? Because this example that we just gave, even though it's a very cheap product and he's only making £4 to £5, he is probably able to get between 5 and 10,000 a month in profit. And another thing to remember is we look for yes, we look for products over £10. However, we also bear in mind that we look for products with a 40% profit margin. So our minimum is we want to make £5 on a product. Okay, minimum is £5 on a product. Now, if we have a product that's selling for £100, yes, we want to make more than £5. But minimum is £5. So this person doing $8.99, he's probably making about £5 per product, which would be fine for us. Because it's so cheap, we'll be able to buy a lot more and sell a lot more. And we'll be able to do a lot more giveaways and a lot more product boosting methods, because the product is so cheap. It's not costing us so much to do that. So let's go back to Alibaba, back to where we were. So once you find that product on Alibaba, let's say, for example, you go into the product and you would message that supplier. Now, in our course, we have message templates to... When you click contact, you can just copy and paste this message, just change the name and the product, and you can just go and message tons and tons of people really quickly. Now, I recommend setting up a new Skype account for when you do this, because you're going to get bombarded with Chinese suppliers. So it's always good to have another Skype so it's not messing with your personal. Once you've done that and you've started negotiating a price, let's go back to oh, cool, I'm getting answers. I'm getting answers here. Okay, so Dilshan, you would want to make £3,000 plus a month. Okay, that's a cool number. That's definitely doable. McDonald, I have a job of my own. I need to make 10,000. Okay, so 10,000 a month is a bit more, but our process, this whole process that I'm telling you, this is our $0 to $10,000 a month process. Once we hit 10,000 a month profit with one product, we'll then go to our second product, and we'll do the whole thing again. Then we're going to be at 20,000 because we'll have two products. Then we'll go to 30,000. So that is our process. 3,000 a month is 100% doable. 100% doable. 10,000 a month is slightly harder. It took us, I think, it took us 2 to 3 months to get there, but it was slightly harder. But it's definitely still doable. Let's go back to what I was saying, which was. I forgot. Yes, I haven't forgotten. So from there, you want to be messaging suppliers, and in our course, we actually have templates that you want to message them, questions that you should be asking them, specific things, because it's very daunting. I've had a lot of people say to me, I'm scared to talk, I don't want to get screwed over. There's a few things that you have to ensure. For example, they have to have trade assurance, they have to be an assessed supplier, they have to be a gold supplier. There's a few different things, and then we also have a PDF that you get with our course of the top 15 questions to ask them that we've thought of. And this sort of covers all the bases of hopefully not getting screwed over, because the last thing we want is for anyone to get screwed over, of course. So from there, once we've done all of that and we've ordered a sample, the sample. Oh, hey, I got a question, so I'm going to answer that. James, did I understand that you said you focus on one product until you're making 10,000 a month, gross sales or net profit? Okay, so I'll answer that. I wasn't so clear on that. Sorry. Oh, questions again. I like questions. Keep coming with the questions. So to answer that question, so what we try and do is we'll go from looking to a product, and then we want to be making £10,000 profit after all expenses, after VAT, after tax, depending on what country you're in, after reordering, after everything. Profit, profit, profit. We want to be making £10,000 a month. Now, whether it's dollars or pounds, whatever you prefer, we want to be making that for one product, because if we're not making that for one product, there's either two things wrong. One, you're not focusing hard enough on that product, you're not doing enough marketing, you're not pushing it hard enough, or two, that product is not good enough. That product doesn't have enough demand, it doesn't sell, it's not good, it's just not a good enough product. So yes, we will want to get $10,000 a month profit for at least a month or two, and then after we've hit it the first month, we'll then spend the next couple of weeks doing product research for our second product. Once we hit 10,000 a month, if we go down to like 9,000 for the next month, and then we go up to 11, and then we go to 8, that's fine, but just getting to that ballpark of 10,000 a month is what we want per product profit. Of course, if we're able to get to 20,000 profit per month, or 50,000, we're not going to say no, but that's just the threshold that we reach before researching a new product. Otherwise, what we found is, and this was our mistake that I was going to talk about at the end of the video, what happens is you overload yourself with too many products and you neglect a bunch of them, and then they all go down the ranks, and instead of making 10,000 per month on one product, you're now making a couple of hundred per month on various products, and it's just not very good, because the aim is for your product to get to 10,000 a month. I'm getting a phone call, which I'm going to have to hang up. Sorry. I hate hanging up phone calls. Okay, so next question. Is your result in the total sales or just pure profit? Okay, so that's the same question. So it's pure profit. So total sales is going to be much higher. The revenue is going to be much higher. What are the best categories to look for? Okay, so that's a good question. I like that question. Thank you for that question, Dulshan. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, then, I don't know, shoot me. What are the best categories? So home and garden is an excellent category. Sports and outdoors is an excellent category. Let's go through the categories and we'll actually see. So let's top 100 Amazon UK. Let's have a look at the categories, and I'll actually tell you what I think the best categories are. The most, I wouldn't say oh wow, I wouldn't say the most profitable, but I'd say the best. So you have, okay, so I'll go back to the screen sharing, because I mean, why not? We have okay, you can see on the left the list of categories. I'll zoom in onto the screen so it's easier for you to see. I would say stay away from beauty, because it's a hassle. So stay away from beauty, stay away from clothing. We have garden and outdoors, tick, brilliant. Health and personal care, tick. Home and garden, tick. Home and kitchen, tick. Then gotta stop doing the thumbs up when I'm not on video. We have luggage. Oh, okay, so I'm not gonna tick that just because it's big stuff. Pet supplies, yes, that's good. Shoes and bags, no, don't go to that. Sports and outdoors, yes. Stationery and office supplies, that's pretty good. Toys and games, don't worry about toys and games, and don't worry about watches. So those are the list. That's the list. I hope that made sense. That list, I said it a bit quick, but those are the product categories. I would suggest writing it down maybe, so that when you're doing your research, you can just go straight into looking at those categories. How much do I need to get started? First in product and second in promotions. Okay, so I'll tell you about what we did. So firstly, we bought a course when we started, and that course cost us $4,000. If you're including buying our course or any course to get started, then well, let's say our course is $500. So if we're not including that, how much do you need to get started? Well, we started with $300. Now, I made a video on this on YouTube a couple of days ago explaining, breaking that $300 down and what we bought with that $300. But that might sound like a bit of a far-fetched number, just because it's such a small number. But we started with $300, and what that did, that bought us 100 products, okay? And we got the product for, sorry, I didn't mean 300. I mean, how much do I mean? It was between 300 and 600. It was a long, long time ago. But my point being is, it's less than 1,000, and it's not very much. And what we did is we ordered 100 items with that first initial payment. Then we sold them, we went out of stock. Because we weren't able to make enough money from that first item to reorder the next one, because we only ordered 100, we went out of stock quite a few times before we were able to order like 500 or 1,000. But to start, we started with about $300. So I hope that answers your question. Again, any more questions, just keep firing them at me. I like questions. I love questions. I'm going to go back to what I was saying. If I remember what I was saying. What was I saying? We had just gotten up to the getting samples. Okay, so getting samples. Now, a lot of people might not get samples. We find it's very, very important to at least get a sample because you want to test the speed and all that sort of stuff. And yes, I remember exactly what I was saying now. Samples. They will tell you that you have to pay. Now, you don't have to pay. If they tell you have to pay for the samples, then run. Because there's no reason for you to have to pay for the samples. The only thing you have to pay for when getting samples is the shipping. So what I suggest you do is, when you're speaking to a supplier, if they say, okay, it's going to cost you $50 shipping for this sample, then say, okay, brilliant. Now, shipping is quite expensive, so don't just send me one item. Please send me a range of your stock so that I can check them out, see a bunch of different ones, and that way you're getting more for your $50. So instead of $50 for one sample, you're able to do $50 for 10 samples. We have got an entire bag. Now, I'm not going to show you the bag because that's our brand new product and we don't want everyone to do it. But we have an entire bag of samples now, and originally we were going to get one sample, and he said it's going to cost you $42. So I said to our supplier, okay, please send me your entire range, and he sent me like 30 items. So now I've got tons of stuff to pick from, and that $40 was worth it. So once you've done that, you've got your samples, head back to Skype or however you're talking to them. I recommend Skype, WeChat, something like that, and actually start preparing an order, start making an order. First orders, we always recommend doing anything between 1 and 500 items because this is your test order. If it fails, you haven't spent so much money, and if it succeeds, well, then you'll just order more. That's fine. There's not a problem with that. Once you've done that, I would recommend paying 30% up front and then 70% when they're done. Now, all the questions that you have to ask your supplier, because there's a long, long list of questions, I have a PDF that goes through this, and we give that PDF, I can't say the word PDF for some reason. We give that PDF away in our course, and you can check that out there. There's a whole long list of questions to make sure everything's going right. But when it comes to paying, you can pay via, that sun is really, really bright. You can pay via PayPal, you can pay via Alibaba, and then it's quite well protected. We do 3 levels of protection. We pay with a credit card. 3 levels of protection or 2 levels? We do 2 levels of protection. Sorry, we pay with a credit card, so we have that, and then we've linked the credit card to PayPal, and then we pay through PayPal. So we've got 2 levels of protection there in case we do get screwed over. Now, we have a very good relationship with our current supplier, so I don't think we're going to be getting screwed over anytime soon. But finding a new supplier is risky. There are risks in it. But hopefully, with these questions that you'll ask, you'll minimize that risk quite a lot. Now, this is dragging on quite a bit. I've been babbling to you guys for 45 minutes. So I'm going to wrap up, and just to end it, because I did say I was going to tell you our future plan for 2018. But you know what? I'm going to do that in a separate live stream. But I want to end it with a bunch of questions. I want you guys to just fire questions at me. Anything that you're thinking, literally anything about Amazon. Because when I started, there wasn't these live chat things. Well, there was live chat, but the people we bought the course from didn't do these live chats, and we had a bunch of questions. And to be honest, it was really frustrating because we couldn't get them answered. So I know you guys have questions. It's just ask them. So go on. I know you have questions. I mean, I had tons of questions when I started. But just to quickly summarize, you'll do product research on Amazon, and now in our course we talk about doing it on eBay, on Alibaba, on AliExpress, on Google Keyword Tool. We talk about doing product research there. Literally, product research is the most important thing. We then go to Alibaba, where we mass message suppliers with our Skype and with a message that makes us look very professional. We'll then talk to them. We'll ask them these 15 questions. We'll get samples, and once we're happy with the sample, I'm going to answer your question in a minute, Dilshan. Once we get samples, we will then move on to creating an order with them. 30% at first, 70% when it's done. Brilliant. In terms of shipping, just to quickly cover this, If you're shipping to the UK, do not pay more than £6 a kilogram. Sorry, $6.50 a kilogram. If you're shipping to the US, don't pay more than $6 a kilogram. It should not be more than that. If anything, it should be less. I'm only saying this because that's what we're paying. So if we're able to pay that, then there's no reason why you guys can't pay that. Now, if you can get it for less, then that's amazing. Please tell me, because we spend a fortune on shipping and it's annoying. But right, so then you have shipping, and then you go into actually getting sales. That is the idea. Now, I'm not going to talk about that part in this live stream. I'm going to do that in a separate live stream, because that is an entire thing on its own. The course. Thank you, James. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love just teaching, and I don't see you guys as competition for us. Not that I don't see you as competition in that way. I don't see you as competition because Amazon there's so much space for everyone on Amazon, and I don't understand people who are like, oh, this Amazon thing is working for me, I want to keep it a secret. No, I don't like that. I love sharing. I want all you guys to be on 25,000, 30,000 a month. So I'm just going to quickly answer these questions. So with your Udemy course, does it cover everything? So no. So our Udemy course was market research. It was a test. So we brought out the course on Udemy, very cheap. We wanted to get feedback. We wanted to get reviews. We wanted to see if people liked it. Since then, we have made the Udemy course very, very short and very to the point, because we have launched the course properly on our website. And yes, it's a lot more expensive than Udemy. It's $500, which I understand is a lot of money. However, it took us months to make, and it's a brilliant course. And not only that, but we are currently working on Amazon University 2.0, and that course is going to be we've absolutely revamped everything. We are reshooting all the videos. It's taken us flipping ages. We're going to be launching it very, very soon, and anyone who has bought a current course on our website for $497 will also get free access. So you'll get all the information of the first course and all the new information of the second course, all for the same price, which is brilliant. Because there's tons of new stuff we've learned in the last year. Amazon has changed, their algorithm has changed a bit, Google advertising has changed, a lot of things have changed. We've come up with new ways to product research. So we're reshooting the course, and since shooting the course the first time, I've actually bought a studio now. So we're able to shoot very, very high quality videos. So yeah, we're going to be redoing the entire course. But again, it's not the first link in the description. It is where is the link in the description? It's okay, fine. It's pretty much the second link in the description, Amazon course, and yes, it is the complete guide to your six-figure Amazon FBA home business. It's I'll put it in here, so I think it's my.learnnation.net. I'll put the link in here so you guys can get it 100%, so we can get it right. Now, I have to say, for anyone who bought the course on Udemy, because that was just market research, by the way, that link is where the course is hosted on our website now. The course on Udemy, that was for market research purposes and just to find out how we can improve the course, because obviously we want to improve the course as much as possible. So our new course that's coming out, that is not going on Udemy, that is going straight onto our website, straight for $497. We're not actually sure if we're going to be selling for $497 or for $997. So all I can say is anyone who does buy this one for $497, they will get complete free access for the new one, even if we sell the new one for $100,000. Not that we'll sell any, but you will get free access to that. So that is that. And okay, so this webinar has got quite long now. So just to I'm not going to recap again, but I just want to say I will be doing more live webinars. Let me know in the comments, please, if this was good, if this worked, if you were able to hear and video and everything worked out okay. Because to be honest, I have absolutely no idea if this has worked. This is my first live video, and I've been freaking out for the last hour before I went live because I couldn't sort out the video. I even bought, look, check it out, I bought a dedicated webcam, which came in the post 10 minutes before the live started. I got the audio, which just didn't work. I then tried connecting this audio, which didn't work. My life was crazy before this live video started. Honestly, it was mad. So I don't actually know if this is good, but hopefully it was good. And in my next live stream, I'm going to go into much more detail about our plan for 2018, the steps we're going to take to actually get to hopefully 100,000 a month on Amazon, because that would be flipping awesome. Also, I'll discuss more about sales strategies, and yeah, so that is pretty much it. Just before I end this live video, because there's a few people on, there's not that many people on, there's 14 people watching. That's not so bad for my first one. Payment plan for the 497. Yes, we can make you a personal payment plan. That is absolutely fine. Again, message me on Facebook. The link is in the description. The link is the first link in the description. Send me a message on Facebook. I will speak to you. I completely understand you. When we first bought our course, we did it on a payment plan because it was crazy. So I can make a custom payment plan for you so that it works. I'm happy to do that for you guys. Like I said, this is not about the money. I want you guys to learn, but the reason we have to charge this is just because we don't want everyone doing the same stuff. And not only that, not only do we not want everyone doing the same stuff, but this course did take us many, many months to put together. And so it seems fair, really. And the main reason for paying for a course, and I'm going to end on this because a lot of people miss this, and this is my main thing. Thank you so much, Patrick. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate the kind words. McDonald's Opera. Don't forget to message me on Facebook. So I'm going to end on this, and if you have any questions in the meantime, ask them, and I'll answer them after this, and then I'm going to end because I got to go. So paying for a course, the benefit of paying for a course. Now let's say you have two people here. This person has got the course for free. This person has paid $500 for a course. You tell me who is going to be more invested in that course, the person who got it for free or the person who paid for it. If you get something for free, yes, you personally might be a very self-motivated person and you might be very committed to doing it. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll be motivated. When you pay for something, when you pay for like a phone or a course or a laptop, when you pay for something out of your own hard-earned money, right? When you have to give over money for something, because money it's very personal. It's your money. You've spent a lot of time with money. So, sorry, you haven't spent a lot of time with money. That's a weird thing to say. Forget I said that. You spent a lot of work to make your money. My phone is beeping like mad. Shush. You spent a lot of time to make your money. So money is important to you, right? If you then go and spend that money on a course, you're going to be heavily invested and in making sure that course works. So me and my brother, we spent $4 grand on the course. We spent all our money. We literally emptied our bank account on this course. That's why we had $300 to $600 left to make an order. So it wasn't that, oh, we were motivated to make this work. We had to make this work. We had no other choice. We wanted this to work. We had to make this work. And if like I have given away the course for free to a few people because they're very close friends and I wanted to help them out and they literally had no money. But guess what? They did nothing with it. They spoke to me for hours and hours on how much they wanted to do it, and they did nothing with it. And not only was it a waste of my time because they kept saying how much they wanted to do it, and I helped them out by giving them the course, they did nothing with it. So as well as the 497 helping us out because of our time that it took to make it, it is also helping you out because it's giving you that extra motivation to make this work. It really, really helps. It really helps you understand that it's a lot of money, and not only do you want to make that money back, but you have to make it work if you spend that money. So that's personally is how I feel about it. You might be different, but that's how I feel about the idea of buying courses. Even now, I still buy Amazon courses. I still buy courses in everything. I'm buying courses every week just because I love learning, and I know that if I buy the course rather than ask them for it for free, then I'm going to do a lot better. And you may ask, well, you were selling on Udemy for like really, really cheap. Why can't you do that? Again, it comes under the same thing. If you spend £10 or $10 on something, it's more of a throwaway. Like when you go to the till and you buy something, right? You buy something. When you go to the till to buy something, and there's all the sweets and stuff on the side, those are throwaway items. They don't cost you very much. It's impulse buys. If we sell the course for $10, it will be a very impulse buy for you guys, and not just that, you don't have to invest so much. It's literally $10, $20, $30, $100. You're not investing that much in the course. Now, again, I can't speak for you. You might be heavily motivated and not need the money to motivate you, but majority of people need that extra motivation to get going. And as well as that extra motivation, we also offer one-to-one help with anyone who does buy the course. Now, this is getting a bit salesy, so I want to stop that because it wasn't meant to be a salesy thing. but I did make a video, and it's coming out today at 6, that will say, because every day a video comes out at 6, so if you haven't subscribed yet and you haven't done the notification thingy, then check that out. But I did say that anyone who does buy our course now on our Teachable site for $497 gets personal one-to-one help. Any questions you have, private message me on Facebook, email me, and you won't have to wait for live streams to ask your questions. I will answer them whenever you ask them. James, will the new videos be available in the Udemy course? So unfortunately no, and that is because the Udemy platform, I use the Udemy platform personally for product research to get reviews on my product, on my courses that come out, so that I can make them better for my website before I launch them to the world for the real price. So the new videos that we're doing and this new course that's going to be coming out very, very soon, that will not be going on Udemy, unfortunately, just because people who got the course on Udemy were very lucky to get the course for a very, very cheap price. So no, they will not be going onto Udemy. They will be going on straight onto our website, and we will be selling it straight from our website. I have part 1 and part 2. Wow, you have part 1 and part 2. That was our original Amazon course. We brought that out ages and ages ago. That's amazing. That's really amazing. Thank you so much. That was the first one we brought out. Thank you so much for buying that. Honestly, it means a lot. And you have the copywriting course as well. So the copywriting course is very, very cool. Again, that's what I like about our course, because a lot of people, I don't want to bash anyone, so I'm not going to name any names, but a lot of people teach you how to sell on Amazon, and that's it. We like to go into detail on how to take amazing photos, because photos on your product page are just so important. So I'm a photographer, so I made a whole section on how to just take unbelievable, convincing photos, and my brother is a professional copywriter, so he made a whole section on how to actually write copy. So instead of just telling you how to buy and sell on Amazon, we're actually telling you how to create a business, a sellable business that will look good to potential investors, but not just that, but how to create something that you're proud of. So something that has good English, something that has good photos, something that is getting tons and tons of traffic. That is our aim for you. So to answer your question quickly, no, the new videos will not be going on to Udemy, because Udemy is for market research, but we've now done all the market research for this course. We'll keep the course on Udemy as it is, but we've dumbed it down a lot. We've gotten rid of, I think, 8 sections now, and it's just very basic on Udemy, and the full course is on our website, and all the new videos will be going to our website, all the free downloads, all the free tools that we're bringing out, because we're doing a bunch of tools that will systemize it for you. So all of that is going to our website. So the course on LearnNation is different to Udemy. It depends. Yes, it is different on LearnNation. The course is 14 sections long. It's very, very, very detailed. Udemy is now only 7 sections long. It used to be 14 sections long, but we've made it... Oh, thanks, Patrick, for subscribing. I appreciate that. It makes the course... on Udemy, the course is only 7 sections. It used to be 14 when we were doing the market research. Now that we've done all the market research, we've dumbed it down to 7 sections. And on our website, it's still the 14 sections, and we're constantly adding stuff. So, for example, we just added an entire new section for people who are solely in the UK and want to start on Amazon, because all these courses are based in the US, and a lot of it's US based. We made a section on how to set up a limited company, how tax works, how VAT works, should you get an accountant, setting up a business bank account, that sort of stuff. And another benefit to buying the course on LearnNation is, like I said, you will get Amazon University 2.0 for free, and all of that information will not be on LearnNation. It will be completely brand new videos shot in a studio with professional cameras. Yes, James, you're right. You're really right. And anyone who did buy the course, and don't worry about that, anyone who bought the course for the introductory price on Udemy and has shown me that they've bought it, so I can see, if I can see that you're a student in that course, you'll get free access to the one on LearnNation, because you're right. Yes, 100% I agree with you. And when I had the discussion with my brother, our main concern was, how is everyone going to get access to those videos that they originally bought? And quite a few people have messaged us. We wait for people to message us, because we can't go and message 3,000 people and say, here, do this, you can get all these sections, don't worry. If someone is looking for the section, they don't know where it is, we have had quite a few people message us, but that's fine. Again, private message me, and if you have bought the course on Udemy, you will get free access to the course on the LearnNation, so that you can still get all those 14 sections, because you are 100% you're 100% right. It would literally be stealing to sell something and then take away half of that. Like if I sold you an iPhone and then with a case and then took the case away 6 months later, that is stealing. I agree with you. So if you did buy the course, I'll put it back to my screen so you can see it, because you might not have bought the right one. It makes a difference. If you have bought this one, Amazon FBA. We should show up quite high. If you have bought this one, then private message me, and you'll get, and I'll sort you out with access to all the other sections, of course. Again, I'm not in this business to screw anyone over. I want you guys to make monies, big monies. Right, so if you've bought this one, cool, we're a bestseller. If you've bought, it's going to go straight to the page, isn't it? Hang on, I'm going to go back and do it in private browsing so you can actually see it. Sorry for my incredibly slow internet. It's honestly the most annoying thing on this planet. I had to disconnect from Ethernet because of all these other various things that went wrong before the live stream. I'm literally just on my laptop now. It's not all I had to disconnect all my USBs. I had to disconnect everything. Like I said, it was hell on earth to set this up. It was crazy. It shouldn't be this hard. Okay, so let's go. Let's find our one. Oh, we're not on page 2. Maybe we're on page 1. Don't know where we are. Or maybe we're not even on page 1. That would be very terrible. We're on page 1. So if you bought this course, the complete guide, this one on here, if you bought this, now if you buy this course now on Udemy, you won't be getting free access to the other one because we've already dumbed it down. But anyone who has bought this course prior to when we deleted a lot of the sections, this one here, then send me a message and I'll be able to see when you bought it, of course. And if you did buy it prior to when we did it, then message me and I will obviously give you access to the full course because, again, I don't want to screw you over. So McDonald's, yes, you bought the one. Okay, so private message me on Facebook. I'll find out when you bought it, or you can just tell me when you bought it, and I'll see if you bought it after we dumbed it down. Because if you did, then I'm sorry, but that's it. If you bought it before we dumbed it down, then you'll get access to the other one. So again, if you do want access to the other one, just message me on Facebook, and I'll sort you guys out. I'll have to check when you bought it. If you do have an email with the date, that would be even better. But again, it should be fine. There shouldn't be any problems there. So I'm going to end this live chat. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. Honestly, it does mean so much. It was my first live chat. I don't know how many views I got. I don't know how it works. I don't even know if it's going to become a video. But yeah. So thank you very much. Just to answer this last question, when did you edit it down? I think it was about a month ago. I can check exactly. I don't know off the top of my head. But again, message me and we'll sort that problem out. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'm going to end this here. Come back for the next live stream. I'm going to be talking about what we're going to be doing in 2018. I'm going to be talking about tons more stuff, and I want to be answering more questions. So I want you guys to ask me 100 times more questions in the next live stream. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can actually see a video that I post. I post a daily video every single day, guys. So thank you so much for being here.